Good morning, Bears. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Last day of Babylonia and Hammurabi's Code, because tomorrow we dive into mythological, science-based creatures, superheroes, dragons, cartoon characters. Are they possible? Can they be real? It's going to be a fun day. We're going to have to make a claim and support it with evidence. But first, let's get to today's work. Let's go back and take a look at yesterday, because that will set us up for today. Let's go into our courses here. If you guys are still not sure, History Week is white bears, Science Week is brown bears. We're in a History Week. That's the only grade to worry about this week. It's Hammurabi's Code Creature Bonus. If you have not opened it, get it open. Let's go through one per class and just kind of pop down and see if we can find somebody who's working on it. Mercy, if you're here, you need to open that. Angel, if you're here, you need to open that. Dianara, here we go. So Dianara, she has all of her words, but I'm not seeing any pictures or CERs yet. Sophia M got started yesterday. Thank you, Sophia, for opening that up. It looks like she's getting started. She has her human rights slide. That's right. That human rights slide should be up top. And really all our slides should be up top, up below directions. And don't forget, on the human rights slide, you're supposed to go find evidence. Where would you find that evidence? Let's go ahead and help Sophia out real quick. You would come over to here and you'd go to your groups. Always make sure you have new tabs open. Come into groups and you will see Mr. Down's Super Students. If you do not see that, you need to tell me immediately. Ham Code full text for cited evidence. We're back into that today. So remember, this is an introduction. This is fantastic if you want to study that they are polytheistic, but we did that last week. Notice all the different gods. Interesting. And then we have the Code of Laws. And our goal yesterday was to find something that showed, do they or do they not have human rights equal for everybody? Well, right here, if the slave will not give the name of the master, the finder shall bring him to the palace. A further investigation must follow, and the slave shall be returned to his master. Now, all you need is the part about slaves. We want to copy that. Command C, depends on your computer. And then you would come back into your slideshow and I said you could make a slide or you could do a new one. For now, why don't we make this small? I think I worked on this for you actually. And then let's do our evidence in this box. Command V is paste. And you want to put quotes around it because that is a citation. That's a cited text, internet research, actually not internet research, cited text. And then you would just say something, you would explain it or give a reason. Why is this a reason to support your claim that all people are not considered equal in Babylonia? Because they have slaves. Because slaves are owned by other people, this supports my claim that all people were not equal. It's hard to type when you don't see. Now, once again, if that ever happens to you guys, you can move that around. You can make your text box smaller like this, and then you can make this big. So I'm just showing some of you guys how to play with things. We're going to learn new tech today as well. Remember, when you start clicking on that stuff, make sure you're in the right box. And there we go. Now, I think we believe we said also get evidence from the video. And we'll do that one from the video. It claimed women were not considered equal to men. So once again, that supports your claim. You can turn that into a CER. So everybody should have something like that, but let's go look at somebody that actually maybe did the work and see how we're looking there. Jaden has his for people equal, CER. It looks like he hasn't gotten to that yet, but you do have most of your other slides. Need to get going on that. Maybe he doesn't usually open them. Jesse, come on, let's see somebody give me something good to look at. Here we go. Title slide. Here is a human rights slide. What I got on human rights is that everyone should have the same rights. For example, colored people, Latinos, Chinese, and all the other races should be treated the same, and they should not be treated different because of their color. It is the same for the LGBTQ plus community. Homophobic people can be so rude to people on the LGBTQ plus community, and it is sad because our president wants it to be illegal to marry that are your same gender, so people like me and all the other people in the LGBTQ community won't be able to marry the people that they love. Yes, that is true. Equal rights for everybody. Now, that's also, we were supposed to make something about the Code of Hammurabi, and so we can look at that as well. Government laws. Perfect. Great looking slideshow, Marissa. Very nice looking slideshow. Good job. Let's take a look at somebody else. How's Ethan doing today? Oh, I'm supposed to be looking at somebody. Ooh, nice. This guy's weekly overview, Hammurabi's code. He has his basics down. Great looking slideshow, Ethan. Nice, as usual. Let's look at somebody in period 7. Code of Hammurabi. Looks like he's got some work to do there. What about Nathan C? Looking for videos. It looks like he's working on his right now. Good job, Nathan. Get it done, buddy. Get it done. Christopher D. Ooh, look at that. Nice one. All right. So he has his human rights. Lots of great slides. Looking for somebody that has a nice example of an A level. Here's A level. Always comes through for me. Thank you, Sophia. Hammurabi Code and mythical creatures. Cool. Look at this. Beautiful. Human rights in the Hammurabi Code. Are they equal to everyone? Sophia, great work. The human rights in the Hammurabi Code were not equal for everyone. In this text, from this text it is the word slave. If anyone buy from the son or this slave or another man without witnesses or a contract, silver or gold, a male or female slave, an ox or a sheep, an ass or anything, or if he takes it in charge, he is considered a thief, shall be put to death. And then she has another quote here, beautifully written. I'm going to read it silently because I go faster. Paid for by witnesses, owners, slaves, and then she comes down and she has the rationale. All these pieces of evidence that support my claim that human rights were not equal to everyone in the Hammurabi Code. Notice she starts with her claim, ends with her claim, evidence from the text. Perfect, Sophia. Thank you. So that's A+. And notice it's top slide. And look at her beautiful other slides. She has all the other slides done, ready to go. Fantastic. All right. I wanted to look at one more in 8, but we'll do that in class. So this was due today. Everybody should have, oh, I can't wait to read those dragon slides. This was due today. Now let's talk about today's work due tomorrow so we can do our fun stuff. I want everybody to create a slide, nice basic slide, anyone you want, title and body's good. And this is going to be evidence of accomplishments and agriculture is that, and economics. So no CER, I'll even put that, no CER. So that way you know. You do not have to write a CR because we're going to do one more little fun thing today. I think it's fun. And so we don't have time for a CR. Evidence of accomplishments in economics, no CR. All you need is 2 pieces of evidence from our text. So let's go over here and you look for something about economics or accomplishments. Now, accomplishments can be agriculture, that's farming, that's fields. Accomplishments can also be pottery, it can be weapons. Accomplishments can be a lot of different things. Economics needs to have something to do with money. What kind of money did they use? So I just want you to find 2 from each. Even something like here, if a fire breaks out, well, that means they had fire. They know about fire, which is obvious, but it is something. Look at this. Pay 1 mina of silver and the relatives. What do you think a mina is? There's one there, so I'm helping you guys out. So economics or agriculture, evidence of each. Remember, economics, anything to do with money. Accomplishments is agriculture. So it could be about a horse, domesticated animals, farming, weapons, wheels, any kind of device that they, because remember, accomplishments is also technology. All right, so you're going to go do that. Let's go do that right now before we do our last activity. Everybody's going to do this in class. Get started. I'll give you 5 minutes because you don't have to write anything. You're just finding. So hopefully you found something like the mina, like I showed you before, for money, or something about agriculture, and you should have placed that into this slide, 4 pieces of evidence. So that's all you need. Two-sided research for accomplishments. Two-sided research for economics. That means money. So put those 2 quotes on this slide. That's now your top slide. All right, here we go. Last thing of the day, a little bit different, and then this will wrap up. It's kind of like a grand finale test. If you go to groups and you come back down to Monday, we have a Hammurabi Code overview article. Let's read that article together. It really helps if you follow along with the words. That will make you a better reader. Here we go.
Ancient Mesopotamia, Code of Hammurabi. The first great king of Babylon was King Hammurabi. He conquered all of Mesopotamia and established the first Babylonian Empire. Hammurabi also established a set of laws that is today called the Code of Hammurabi. How do we know about the Code of Hammurabi? The Code of Hammurabi was written down on clay tablets and etched into stone. It is one of the oldest recorded codes of law in the world. One of the best surviving examples of code is written on the diorite stele. Diorite stele. The diorite stele is a large stone shaped like a giant finger. It is about 7 feet tall and 2 feet wide. It contains around 4,000 lines of text describing 282 different laws. At the top or fingertip of the stele is a carved picture of King Hammurabi being given the laws from the Babylonian sun god Shamash. The Code of Law. The actual Code of Law was divided up into groupings. Many of the laws that had to do with one subject, i.e., slavery, were grouped together. This would have helped people to find and read just the laws that pertain to them. Here are some of the major sections of the Code. Prologue, Legal Procedures, Household Laws, Slavery, Trade and Business, Religion, Epilogue. The prologue introduced the Code. The prologue describes how the sun god Shamash gave up the laws to Hammurabi. Here is an excerpt from the prologue. Bring about the rule of righteousness in the land, to destroy the wicked and the evildoers, so that the strong should not harm the weak, so that I should rule, and enlighten the land to further the well-being of mankind. In the epilogue, Hammurabi restates his desire for justice for all, saying, "Let the oppressed man come and stand before my image as king of righteousness. Let him understand my words and his case, so he will understand what is just, and his heart will be glad." Examples of the laws. Many of the laws describe exactly what a worker should earn. For example, one law states that a sailor should be paid 6 gur of grain per year. Some laws were very harsh and the penalties were severe. If a son should strike his father, his hands shall be cut off. If a man put out the eye of another man, his eye shall be put out. If any man should strike a man of higher rank, he shall receive 60 blows with an ox whip. If a builder builds a house for someone and that house collapses, killing them, then the builder shall be put to death. What makes the code important? The code itself tells archaeologists a lot about the lives of the people in Babylon. It also contains some important ideas, like having people provide evidence of a crime, innocent until proven guilty, and protection for the weak. Interesting facts about the Code of Hammurabi. Shamash, who is featured at the top of the diorite stele, was the Babylonian god of law, justice, and salvation. The diorite stele is called diorite because it is made from a type of black rock called diorite. The diorite stele was originally found by archaeologists in the ancient city of Susa. Today it can be found in the Louvre Museum in Paris, France. The Code of Hammurabi is one of the oldest and longest deciphered writings in existence. The code was written using cuneiform script and the Akkadian language.
All right, so I messed up and I did not have my mute on for this, so I'm going to try to track it while I watch this. You want to click that quiz, and we're going to take the quiz right there. You're going to click that. You're going to take the quiz, and you need to get an 80% on this quiz for A-level people, 70% for B-level people, and any score you can have a C. But the important thing is, at the end when you're done, you're going to click done, and it's going to show your score. You need to screenshot that. On a Mac, a screenshot is a Shift Command 4. On a Chromebook, we're going to look it up right now. If you don't know how to screenshot, look it up online. And then once you screenshot it, you can actually upload this into your top slide. I will show you right now how to screenshot on a Mac, on a Chromebook, on a computer, even on a phone. Everybody should know how to screenshot on their phone, and then you can upload it with your phone, because we want to get good at doing this for your other projects as well. And then, so once you've screenshotted it, you're going to make a new slide and just call it My Test Score and paste that picture in, and then you will have your upload from computer, and you'll have your test score on that screen. And you can find it in your downloads or on your drive. So you're gonna have to play with that, but I want you guys to know that skill as we get going. And then you'll have your test score slide, you'll have your evidence slide, and then we will be ready to move on to mythological creatures tomorrow. It's gonna be fun. Can't wait. All right, guys. I'm a little ahead of my video. See what it's saying there. I don't know what I'm doing. There we go. So make sure you have your evidence. Yesterday, some of you are behind, it looks like. Try to get caught up. Two-sided research for accomplishments. Two-sided research for economics. Put that on the slide. Have your test score slide. We'll look at it, and tomorrow we start looking at your mythological creatures. All right, let's do this.